Andrew O'Keefe of Hardwired Humans. You talk about emotions before reasoning as one of our hardwired instincts. Let me just read from the book here. You mention in your book about imprinting. Please explain the Tonga moment.
So imprint from anthropology means that we attach meaning to subjects, words, other people, our experiences, based on the first interaction, and then if the second interaction of, let's say, that person or that service provider is similar to the first, then the meaning, based on the emotion, the meaning attached to that person or service provider is now consolidated and unlikely to change in effect. So imprint means the meaning that we attach to words and experiences, and meaning is through the emotion associated. So that's the concept of imprint. And really, in terms of personal branding and experiences, it says, you know, on the similar point of the emotion that we cause, what meaning do we want attached to us? Oh yeah, so the Tonga moment, I was educating my teenage niece and nephew about human instincts, and in particular imprints and emotions. So I said to them, what emotion is attached, or what feelings are triggered when I say the following word, Tonga, T-O-N-G-A, Tonga. Now, this couple, my niece and nephew, happen to be American, live in Milwaukee, and they're with a third friend, I should say, so non-family friend. And when I said Tonga, and the point is there's no meaning associated with those 5 letters put in that particular order. In fact, for many viewers of this video, they might not know, as the friend in this setting in Milwaukee didn't know the Pacific island of Tonga. But it was not so much a random guess, because I knew that David and Heather would most likely associate positive feelings with that string of letters. And sure enough, so Heather, the older one, she's killing herself laughing, and David's smiling, and Rachel, the third person friend, looking at them, trying to make sense of what this means. And I said to Rachel, the friend, what does Tonga mean to you? And she said, I don't know, no meaning. Said to Heather, what does Tonga mean to you? And she said, yeah, I remember. So several years ago, when we were a bit younger, we were out in Australia having holidays, and it was Christmas Eve, and we wanted to open our Christmas presents, but Grandma, my mother, their grandmother, said, no, our tradition is that we open presents on Christmas Day. There'll be no presents Christmas Eve. And these younger kids were a bit disappointed about that, 9 and 6 at the time. And I looked at my watch and I said, hold on, it is Christmas Day somewhere in the world. It's Christmas Day in Tonga, which is one of the early countries with time difference that would see Christmas in 3 hours time difference from Brisbane in Australia, where we were. And so Heather's remembering that positive feeling. David, who was 6 at the time, said, I don't remember a Christmas present thing, but I do remember having Tonga ice cream that Christmas with chocolate biscuits stuck in ice cream as palm trees. And so he carried that forward as his memory. And the point of imprint, as in terms of raising this as a story, says that they've attached those feelings associated with that concept or word or place based on the emotions they had those years before, and that memory continues. And whereas the example being Rachel, who had no idea, had no meaning associated with Tonga, although of course she does now after that brief interaction with her friends, seeing their positive response to that place.